We begin with Americans on edge amid growing concerns over a wave of apparent drone sightings.
Dozens of witnesses reporting unmanned aircraft flying over several states in recent weeks, many posting videos on social media, sharing what they captured on camera. Thank you so much for joining us for 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Simon Shakette. The mystery sightings sparking speculation over who sent them and why. Most aircraft have been spotted over New Jersey and the East Coast, but tonight eyes are on the skies in communities across the country, including right here in Metro Detroit. Just today, Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard issuing a letter urging federal lawmakers to act on the emerging threat that he calls a clear and present danger to national security.
7 News Detroit reporter Faraz Javed is speaking with local experts and law enforcement about potential sightings right here in Metro Detroit and how concerned we should actually be.
So lately, these things in the sky have been creating a lot of buzz. There have been drone sightings along the East Coast, and some folks on social media say they might have seen some here in Metro Detroit as well. So how much of a concern is it? Well, let's try to figure this out.
At Detroit-based startup AirSpaceLink, the CEO Michael Helander says the state-of-the-art facility is basically the air traffic controller for unmanned aircraft systems, or better known as drones.
People are launching more drones and police drones and sheriff drones, and now it's become a spectacle.
In the last few weeks alone, social media has lit up with sizable unidentified drone sightings, in some cases causing hysteria, something Michael has been closely watching.
First of all, are those drones?
Some of them are drones, some are, we don't know what they are. Most of the time when they're saying they're looking at drones in these videos and pictures, they're manned aircraft.
So why are people feeling anxious about these drones, especially these unidentified drones?
Because there is not a good answer at each level of government.
As for the alleged drone sighting over the Rouge plant, the Dearborn Police Department says there is no active investigation. This is a Taylor police drone, and Sergeant Stephen Kish says many still need to familiarize themselves with the technology.
What's legal, what's not legal, what they are, everyone kind of sees lights in the skies and sometimes just kind of freak out.
While Sergeant Kish is not allowed to shoot down drones with a firearm, there are ways to mitigate any threats to public safety.
I can locate the drone, but then locating the operator could be, a different story, because sometimes these operators, they're not directly outside under the drone.
Back in September, Green Day's concert at Comerica Park in Detroit was briefly halted due to a drone flying near the band. Michael showed us how his technology helped.
This is the path of the drone, the blue, and this is where the drone operator was?
Took off and landed, correct.
And so you're able to share this data with law enforcement?
Yes, and now they have access to the platform.
Now, Michael says education is key, so if you own a drone, make sure you're always up to date with the rules and regulations. And of course, if you see a suspicious drone activity, always reach out to law enforcement. In Taylor, I'm Faraz Javed, 7 News Detroit.
Wow, thank you so much, Faraz, for that. Now, it's not unusual to see drones over the skies of Metro Detroit, but the recent sightings over New Jersey are raising a lot of questions about where and when drones are allowed to fly. Now, according to the FAA, small unmanned aerial systems can fly in both controlled and uncontrolled airspace with specific rules and restrictions. Drone operators should avoid flying around stadiums with 30,000 or more people starting 1 hour before and 1 hour after scheduled events. Drones are also prohibited near airports at all times. Other places where drones should not be flown, facilities with national security sensitivities like military bases, natural landmarks, and nuclear power plants. And there are strict rules prohibiting drone flights through the airspace around Washington, D.C., also due to national security, but still a lot of questions.